Who you think is going to be winning our opening matchup of today, T1 or FUT? And it seems like Mimi resounding T1, 66.2%.
Agree with the desk and lean this series in towards T1's favor, but as we've learned in EMEA many a time, FUT are very good at sort of breaking those norms. In the early stages of the round, though, we're going to have to build up in towards that A site. Leading that charge, Carpe with the Tiger, and Sire's already in.
He's done well to find the first, but he's stuck inside those mollies and can't make his way out. A nano swarm kill onto Saya, and a blindsided swing. Ada Captain only gets one for his trouble, but the numbers, they stay in their favor as FUT control the site. The spike on the floor as well, and Munchkin has no idea on that final player. He spotted him now, but not able to adjust in time. The first round is for FUT to actually be planted for these players who've waited out for the past 2 minutes to finally force some fights, and they're favorable to begin. A post-plant setup as well with Viper utility to play off of. FUT will find this difficult. It starts by rooting out Saya player who's finding two! They're unable to do anything about this man, and now support comes in. The trade maybe not on time, but with 45 HP and 2 players left to take down, Krax is in a lot of trouble. He's trying to fight them, and he'll get both of those duels on an offer. On his plate, eaten up and 2-0, but hey, listen, that follow-up second round, not as clean as FUT would have liked.
Zed's aggressive position, he's got to be careful. There are multiple players just around this corner. The flash connects, but he's not going to aggress off it just yet, and Mr. Fallen is already going to put this into a further advantage. They need a bit of a hero, and the trades are fantastic. Leaving Saya player once again alone, and he's going to get cleared out. FUT are going to make that work with 2 Bulldogs and 3 pistols, Mitch. And a lot of it came down to the opening duels versus the duelists on the other side. Kang and Ardis having a field day versus T1. Kiwi, well, he's going to kick things off once again. Saya player, though, he's there. And Ban's found one with a pistol. Every single round becoming competitive so far. Is this one going to settle on their side? And they almost managed to get rid of Mr. Fallen.
Yeah, that was the recovered rifle, and look at Saya. They got this orb to start the round out. Got the Blade Storm online, and that has been rewarded tenfold. Just Mr. Fallen, 56 HP. And although he finds the first, he is left on 1.
He lost 55.
That's a tough situation. Headshot needed onto Ban at least. They've got the angles here, a bit more damage, but that's all that will be found. As finally, T1 are on the board.
Going to stay in it, I think.
Yeah.
Lockdown being utilized, but he doesn't want to give up that pit. KO ult's gone through on the other side as well, so it will be the detain for Zeta. He's able to hold on for the moment. Even still, though, initial frag goes the way of Kiwi's doing one, but Carpe just gets 2 through the pit. A little bit more for him as well. One more standing, a potential ace. But he's just playing passive this time, not looking to get over-aggressive. You know he wants that final kill. We'll hear the tap onto the spike, but it's not quite there. And Moj is going to try and close it, but instead, it's Saya player. Now, they do have a bit of reserve cash, and for the other side of things, it depends how many orbs you want to sort of hand over to T1, but that's a damn good start. Carpe gone.
Yeah, he tried to sneak past the smoke. A second player coming from this angle later. It's Munchkin, but he's going to be caught. Oh, but the shot doesn't hit. Mr. Fallen. Well, they've definitely stumbled on that play with Munchkin defending this tooth and nail. The lockdown will be destroyed. Just about, but look at the time that it's bought. That spike already diffused. Ticking away quite far, it's half. They're going for it, they're trying to stick it all the way, but the spray from Ban saves the day. Slowing them down on this and putting T1 in a pretty tough position. You still have a Viper's Pit to fight back in on the side of FUT. They need to take some space of their own, and that's exactly what they're looking for. Ada Captain in the corner, and although he's moving fast, he's not quick enough on his feet, but look at the HP of Ban. So incredibly low with Moj just trying to find him. And he'll locate that final kill, even save the op through to the next round. He, for now, has to move his way out of this B site. Concede control. That's been the name of the game for these B takes, but this time, Kiwi has something to say about it.
Yeah, he's left a teammate behind as well. I don't think Krax was expected. The flank from Saya will dome 1, but the trades are coming back thick and fast. Krax has done an incredible job at the back of the site, and well, it comes down to Saya. He needs an ace to win this round. Doesn't actually know where his opponent is lurking. Krax hiding on the backline, so spotted the other 2, but I think his life is on borrowed time. No, it seems like he read it for a second, but Krax has done the damage either way. A 4K for him, a little bit of a bait and switch in this round. Or back in on that lurk.
That's a great kill. They're starting to narrow down the angles, but they didn't know that Munchkin was still there. The ammo, the real issue here for Zeta. As Ada captain, definitely a smile on his face now. As
been very happy to just sit on the edge, spam through, and do so much damage, and it's worked out for them again. Carpe is going to be caught.
And the lockdown's traded out as well. That might force some of these players to take a step forward in some circumstances.
As well.
But they've decided to fall on back. Concede that control.
I call this around the Observer's nightmare.
Yeah.
It's just every single ult just being spammed into position.
Viper's Pit went down, but so did Mr. Fallen. They've got to get on this spike pretty soon to force players out into the open, and there they are. They've spotted the whole squad, but there's too many bodies to take down. T1 holding strong. They've still got that utility to play behind, but Maj has got the angle up top. The smoke's holding off for just a few seconds longer. It could be long enough. Kiwi's close, and he'll get it across the line. Oh, a devastating round for T1 as the defuse right under their nose puts 8 rounds on the board for the side of FUT. They're
a little bit further forward, hoping to find his opponent, but eventually he has to make his move, has to go for this plant, and he's not going to be expecting him to be in that same position, desperately trying to find out where Moj is coming from, but instead he's just wrapped back into exactly the same spot, and he will land the shot. The only thing stopping FUT from dominating in this map is the curse. And well, to be honest, Mitch, it depends how much you believe in it.
He put his cloud burst up, and now they have no idea that he is sneaking his way through. That's an awkward fight. It's bought time, given an opportunity. Perhaps Kiwi can win that fight now if he wasn't crunched on, if there wasn't support here to play with. We're back down to a 2v3. Low HP on a lot of FUT players. The spike has to be defused, and time is on their side. They can swing out one at a time, or they can go all together. Double digits found for FUT.
All the way around. A decent position held, though, by Carpe. Just waiting on the other side, trying to find an entry back in, but Moj has found him as well. Having a lights-out game so far. Finally, Munchkin will respond, and now it's left all onto Mr. Fallen. Only a pistol in hand, but some low HP players, not this time, though. The time ticking relatively low, but they will be able to get themselves their fourth.
Spams, especially with such an open plant spot, it's worked out, but you're going to be caught by the flash on the way through. Players spotted moving towards the elbow. That's where T1 wanted to fight for a moment, but Zeta and Carp both down. Ban falls too. Bladestorm blinded in the open, and that is only going to leave Munchkin. Had some great rounds already, but not this time. It would be a miracle to pull out that 1v4. That walkabout going to take a while to come through. Player like Munchkin may be able to find value if someone from FUT overextends. What was that? A collateral? Oh, well, now that judge is certainly looking a little worse for wear towards this elbow. They're going in, though. They've given him the control, and the fight is his. The lockdown online, and he can defend this. Pushing back in's not a good idea. In fact, they won't get anywhere close to it. Kiwi caught in the open, and we're back down to not just the way back through for T1, but the man advantage to work with as well. It won't last too long without a captain. The trade out is good for Mr. Fallen, and he'll close it at that. FUT with 13-4. Their opening map in Los Angeles could not have gone much better. If this is a sign of what's to come, it's going to be a pretty quick series.
Yeah,